Hello, people of the internet. It is your boy Kishiwishi, or what I'd like to say, hey, it's me, Goku. If you're as delusional as me, you probably think I sound like Sean Schemmel, you know, the guy that voice acts Goku. If you're not delusional, you probably just think I'm going through some form of psychosis. But anyways, we're back here again. You know, for anybody who is has an appetite for Kishiwishi content out there, you are eating good. This new like retard maxing strategy that I'm doing, it's looking very promising in terms of like me actually making videos for said YouTube channel and not just spamming you guys with shorts and suboptimal live streams, let's be honest. But today we're gonna tell another story. This one, you know, for once again, for those of you who have an appetite for my content, you're getting a double serving today. Yes, today we're gonna be talking about two stories that are kind of linked together, or at least topic. But yeah, I'm gonna go into an experience I had as a kid that led to me hating the police until I got much older. And it is also kind of piggybacks off of the last video where I mentioned how I may or may not have ran over a dog. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, check out that last video. I told the story there. But for this story, the shoe's on the other foot. So like I said, when I was a kid, or just growing up in general, my relationship with authority figures has always been like, okay, you know, I'm going to listen to the authority figure because I trust them, because authority could never do anything wrong because you're the one in charge. If you're in charge, you're supposed to do what's right. That's a very cohesive way to think about things when you're a child. But as you get older, you realize there's more nuances to things, right? So in my childhood experience, so we're going to roll the clock back to like 2009, 2010. I don't remember the exact year. I just remembered that I was a very young kid in Jamaica. Well, not very young, you know, I was born in 01, so 2009, 2010, I'd be like 9 or 10 years old. Ha. Some of you fuckers thought I was gonna say 6, 7, but no. Yeah, so around this time, me and my mom, you know, we're living in Jamaica. I'm not going to go into the entire backstory of living in Jamaica, but just know for the sake of the story, we recently had gotten a puppy, right? It was a blue nose pit bull. I found a picture on Pinterest. So for the sake of, in terms of retard maxing, this is probably the most editing I'm going to do for this video. I'm going to like put the picture up of the puppy, put a little sound effect right there. There you go. Yeah, so this puppy, well, this is what the puppy looked like. So we recently got like a little, I think it's called a blue nose pit bull, but remember, this is Jamaica, right? So when it comes to dogs, it's like, it's a luck of the draw whether or not your dog breed is actually that dog breed. Because it's like, oh, you have a dog? Okay, cool. You have another dog. We're going to breed them together and boom, you have more puppies. Give them away. That type of situation, right? So I had this little blue nose pit bull. It was very cute. It was, oh my God, I forgot the name that I gave him. Oh well. Yeah, so we didn't have him for very long, which is kind of the sad part of the story. But yeah, we had a cute little blue nose pit bull, and one day when I was playing with her, or him, I don't even remember the gender. Oh my God, I'm getting old. An issue that we had with this dog is that it was so tiny. So the thing with houses in Jamaica, if you want your place to be more mature, what the fuck, more secure, you would like get a wall around your house, and then you'd have like gates and stuff, or like not a wall but like a fence. But in my case, it was a wall, and we had like metal gates on the sides, right? This puppy could slip through those gates because it's a tiny, like this picture is not a joke. This is basically what the puppy looked like, and the gate was wider than this puppy. So we had to like put up like wood and stuff to block it from getting out. But one day that didn't really matter. So I was playing with the puppy, and the puppy ran out. And as it was running out, I stood and witnessed a Jamaican constable, you know, the police force of Jamaica, not the blue stripe, the red stripe, the constable force, right? I see a police car zooming past my house. Mind you, this is Jamaica. The only place you're gonna see a road in Jamaica that's not full of fucking potholes is if you're at the fucking airport runway. Like, damn near every fucking street in Jamaica has a goddamn pothole. So think about it. The street next to my house had so many potholes, you could, like, the potholes were so bad that I have childhood memories of me and my friends going outside and playing inside the pothole after the rain is done, and my mom would like cover me in Delson blue so I wouldn't get ringworm. Like, those are some big rotted Dodge potholes. For you non-American or you non-Jamaicans, rotted George makes no sense to you, and it shouldn't, because it's a Jamaican thing. But yeah, this fucking batty boy of a police officer came zooming right through my neighborhood as my puppy ran out, and the puppy, yeah, like, you put two and two together, the motherfucker ran over my fucking puppy, and I was just standing there in shock that my puppy just got ran over by a police car. And to add insult to injury, after the police ran over my puppy, and my puppy made like a loud noise, because it's like it's died, like you just hit it. It made a loud noise. This motherfucker slows down for like 2 seconds. I don't know if he slowed down because he either heard it, he felt the bump, or like he just took his foot off the gas or whatever the fuck. But he slowed down. 2 seconds pass. I'm looking at the cop car. I'm like, okay, he slowed down. He's probably gonna step out of the car, see what happened. You know, he's gonna walk over to me, be like, oh, walk on, little brethren, me sorry, some run over your dog. Me never want to see him, whatever. No. The motherfucker literally drove past, hit my dog, slowed down, realized that he hit my dog, and then sped off. And I kid you not, that day, I had a deep-seated fucking hatred for any police officer until I got older and I realized, you know what? There's nuances to everything. Not all cops are bastards. You know, not all cops are bastards. There's some good cops out there. I would argue that majority of police officers are good people. It's that small majority that fucks it up for everyone. And when I say fucks it up for everyone, I mean everyone, including the police and the people that those bad apples are fucking over. Because what happens? You have bad police officers who make it so the general public are less trusting of police officers. So now there's more policing that's going to happen because people aren't listening to the police. So you're gonna have to invoke more cops. So it's like a fucking Ouroboros. You know, the problem feeds it. It insists upon itself for any of my Family Guy viewers out there. But so that's the first part. That's the first story, right? The second story now is how like I said what I said, like, you know, not all cops are bastards or whatever the fuck. Cause you know, I'm a mature human being. You know, when you get older and you have life experiences and you actually like your frontal lobe starts to develop and not just stay in a fixed position in survival mode, and you just stay in your own way of thinking, you get new perspectives. Because yes, when I was a kid, I hated the police, but like, think about it, I'm a child. All I see is authority figure hurting me. I don't like you anymore. See, that's how it is as a child. So for any of you people out there that are like, oh, fuck the police, oh, I fucking hate cops, this and that because they shoot black people, you're operating on the mental level of a 9-year-old Jamaican nigga. Just to let y'all put into perspective. Like, if you hate cops as cops just because they're cops, you're no smarter than a third grader. That's all I have to say in that topic. But now the story of how I almost got arrested. So yeah, this happened a couple years ago. I think it was either late 2022 or early 2023, you know, damn near 15 years after a police officer ran over my fucking dog. I also have a different police story, but that's not gonna fit into this. It's not on theme. Or it is on whatever, retard maxing. I'm just gonna stay on the topic that I have, or I'll just slip it in at the end. That's what she said. But yeah, I was going to a CVS, right? It was late at night. I was just hanging out with my friends. This was the point where I moved from one university, or not one university, but like one campus to the next, but I was still an FIU student. I was just living on the other campus, but all my friends were on the campus that I just left. So it was one of those nights where I was going home, but I'm like, you know what? I'm on my way home. Let me stop by at this CVS. This was up in Aventura, by the way. You know where all the fucking the people with the little funny hats are at. So I decided I'm gonna go to CVS. You know, let me get some air freshener. You know, I have a cat that recently pissed on something, so let me go take care of that and just get like general other supplies. And as I'm leaving, I'm going to, or not as I'm leaving, but as I'm going up to the cashier, there's another black guy there that, I'm not gonna lie, if you put us next to each other, we look nothing alike. However, if someone were to give a very, very rudimentary description of both of us, you're basically talking about the same person. Which, that's another topic I'd like to get into, is like how fucking batshit retarded people have become when it comes to describing other people, because, oh, I don't want to be offensive. Like, my girlfriend is notorious for doing this. Like, we'll be at work, or she'll be talking to me about someone at work, and I was like, oh, who are you talking about? And she'll be like, I don't remember their name. And I was like, oh, what do they look like? And she would be like, oh, the one with the curly hair. And I'm just like, motherfucker, we live in a fucking Miami. Damn near everybody and their mom has curly hair. Like, you're not gonna say any skin color, you know, body weight, height, eye color, none of that. Just they had curly hair. So yeah, with that in mind, rudimentary description, we're basically the same person. This dude is a borderline having a psychotic break mental episode, but it's like at the point where he's not freaking out. He's just doing stuff that you're not, common sense not supposed to be doing. Like, hey, you're at a cat, you're talking to the cashier, you're going in circles, you're rambling on and on, you're going behind the register. Why the fuck are you going behind the register? You don't work there. It was like doing shit like that. But I was ignoring it because I'm like, you know what? 6 months ago, I kind of went through my own little phase like that. So I'm going to stay out of this. I get cashed out. I'm walking out, right? As I am stepping out of the premises, I look around. I see I'm not even, this is not an exaggeration. I don't know why you needed this many police officers dispatched for one mentally ill black person who is not being a threat, is literally just in his own little world rambling on to the fucking cashier, but it was just being a nuisance. 7 police cars were outside, and as I'm looking around, I'm like, I see the police cars. I'm like, okay, something's going on here. And before I even finished that thought, 2 of them close in on me and are like, is everything okay, sir? I'm like, yeah, everything's good. And as he's talking to me, he's putting the handcuffs around my wrists. Now, for those of you, you know what I look like. I'm a big black, like, I'm damn near Requise from that one meme, you know. Oh, I throw a flashbang in, it's like I throw a napkin on their face, but when they throw a flashbang, a black guy named Requise puts a sheet over my head and proceeds to skull fuck me. Like, you know that old meme. Yeah, I'm basically built like that nigga, but I eat more donuts and cheeseburgers, so I'm more rotund, but I'm still like on that level of intimidation. They put the handcuffs around me, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. And even if I did anything wrong, I'm not gonna act like I did something wrong. So I complied. And they put it on me, and they're like, is it like, what were you doing tonight? This and that. They started to question me, and I'm just there standing confused, like, but I have a bad habit. Whenever I'm confused or like I'm gathering information, I have the dumbest fucking blank expression on my face. So I was just kind of there like wondering like, okay, why are you handcuffing me? But I didn't say anything. Like, I was just like, okay, well, there's handcuffs on me now, cool. One of them looks inside, sees that they got the wrong nigger, you know. They got the wrong one. So they looked inside, and the guy was like, oh shit. Took the handcuffs off of me, right? And then he was like, you know what? No, he didn't say you know what. He was just like, oh, sorry. Like, bro, the color, by the way, fuck, I'm stuttering a little bit too much. It might be that pre-workout I took before I went to the gym. I haven't even taken a shit or piss yet. I just got home. But they looked inside, they're like, oh shit, Sorry about that. And the color from their faces, they were all white. The color, like, if white could become whiter, I saw that shade tonight. Like pink, the blood flow in their skin went into their asshole. Like they were completely deathly pale because they realized, oh shit, this nigga could probably sue us. But did I sue them? No, I just went on about my day because I'm just like, that was fucking weird. And now I can tell the story to random people on the internet fucking 3 or 4 years later. So we still have some time. It hasn't hit the 20-minute mark. Hopefully I still have your attention. Another story that I like to tell, even though I definitely need to pee at the moment. Back when I was in high school, another police interaction that I had. A couple friends of mine, we were all hanging out at the park, and these two black guys came by and asked to use their phones. Oldest trick in the book. Hey, can I borrow your phone real quick to do something? And then they just started running. And they ran off with the phone. It was like an iPhone 6 and a fucking Samsung Galaxy S7 or some shit. Yeah, I can remember the fucking phone, but I can't remember my fucking puppy's name. That's crazy. But yeah, we called the police because we're like, by the way, this was in middle school. So we were like 8th graders. 8th graders. We called the police because we're like, okay, we don't know what to do. We're going to call the police because something got stolen, you know? Something gets stolen, you call the police. Hopefully they can do something to get it back. The moral of the story for that story, we didn't get shit back. But at this time, 8th grade, I was friends with this guy. We're gonna call him Matt. Matt was the textbook definition of, damn, you are a big fucking nigga for a middle schooler. Like, I haven't seen him since in person, but best believe anybody looking at him would think he's a grown-ass man, despite the fact that at the time he was 14. Motherfucker was like 6'2". Yeah, no, motherfucker was like 6'2", 240 pounds. Think about that, in fucking middle school, by the way. So he's one of our friends. He was just chilling with us, waiting for the police officers, and the police officers came. Mind you, on the phone call before they got dispatched, we told them everything that happened. They came by, saw big black fucking nigga sitting on the floor in front of the group of people that called the police, and proceeded to put handcuffs on him. And I think this event that happened in middle school kind of instilled a reaction within me in the story of in 2023, because the same thing that I did in the 2023, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna comply, I didn't do anything wrong. He did the same thing at the age of 14. You would think that a young exaggerated swagger of a black teen would exaggerate some swagger and probably did some bullshit, but no, he was just chill. We're just like, no, what are you guys doing? We didn't call for him. Someone else stole our phone, and we're just like, if someone stole our phone and we called about someone stealing our phone and they ran off, why the fuck are you arresting the nigga that's just sitting in front of us? And then they just proceeded to give us a lecture. Apparently one of my friends recently moved but didn't know his address, and they're like, oh, my 5-year-old knows her address, you should know your address. And I'm just like, bro, did we call you for you to lecture us, or did we call you to find the fucking phones? But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the story. Right now I'm literally writhing around in pain in my chair because I need to pee. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.